Listen to this: raw sewage, mold, bedbugs, cockroaches. All descriptors of the deplorable conditions some of our servicemen and women are dealing with while living at the barracks around the nation. A 100-page report from the U.S. Government Accountability Office details the serious health and safety risks facing our military troops, the filthy conditions impacting both their physical as well as their mental health, contributing to hospitalization, substance abuse, thoughts of suicide. Let's bring in Steve Benyon, a war veteran and a reporter for military.com who looked into this topic. First of all, Steve, thank you so much for being with us. You are a veteran. Did you have to deal with any of this while you served?
Of course, and that's not necessarily unique to a lot of service members in this country. The military, frankly, doesn't put a lot of revenue into their quality of life situation, their living quarters for junior service members. And frankly, for years, it has been talked up to tough it up. And the government's getting more involved, the president's getting more involved, and soldiers are more frequently bringing attention to this issue on social media.
Yeah, and living in, conditions that aren't luxury is one thing, but living in, deplorable conditions, certainly something else. So disturbing. In your reporting, Steve, is there something that really stood out to you as being the worst, and maybe not even from your reporting, from your own lived experience?
What stood out to me is soldiers that have talked to me that have actually been admitted to the hospital after breathing in black mold for so long. This is particularly happening at Fort Stewart, Georgia, and Fort Liberty, North Carolina. These bases that are in very humid conditions. In a lot of situations, these barracks aren't very well ventilated. They're old. Their air conditioning units leak. Maintenance workers don't get to resolve these issues very quickly. And in a lot of situations, when mold is discovered, it's just painted over. And you got these young people coming in the military, and they don't really have a lot of avenues to advocate for themselves. And that's the most difficult part in most of these situations.
Absolutely. And even if they do, many times feel that they shouldn't speak up and say something. Steve, so on top of these conditions, as I was reading this reporting, something that stood out to me, squatters. Talk about the squatters who are apparently moving into some barracks just because the security is so lax, or it's faulty, or it's broken, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, you get into these weird situations that it's not I don't want to give the perspective that this is happening everywhere all the time, but it does happen where soldiers are removed from the military, or it is their time to go, and for one reason or another, they stick around and they're not discovered for a while. There's a lot of issues with barracks managers and keeping account of rooms and who's in what. And if someone is removed from the military and they don't want to leave, it's not the hardest thing in the world to find a room and stick around. If you got a military haircut and you don't make a lot of noise or anything, not a lot of people are necessarily asking questions.
Yeah. And okay, so we say that this all stems from a U.S. Government Accountability Office report. Steve, do we know why this is not being addressed? Where is the buck supposed to stop, and why is it not stopping? Why is this not being fixed?
At the end of the day, so you do have some senior military leaders that do bring this issue up. Sergeant Major of the Army Grinston, the top enlisted leader for that service, talked about this frequently, and not just, hey, this is bad for service members, but this goes on to other issues, health issues, morale issues, and that goes into how we fight and how well we can fight future wars. But the buck, frankly, stops in Congress. There hasn't been a lot of high-profile instances of lawmakers bringing any bills to the table of boosting quality of life issues. Congress talks a lot about weapons acquisition and training. All those things are very important, but there hasn't been a point person on this issue when it comes to boosting quality of life for our youngest and most vulnerable service members.
Yeah, we need our lawmakers to certainly listen up on this one. All right, Steve, really quickly, we know most things come down to money. Is there a specific reason given on why these funds, which we can see are needed, they certainly seem to be, why they have not been allocated?
I think it's very difficult for service members to advocate for themselves. Now, the service members living in these conditions, they're 17, 18, 19, 20 years old. They don't necessarily know how to talk to Congress. They don't have any organizational ability. And frankly, their chain of command tells them to, just put up with it. They don't know the tools in their belt to necessarily go after this. So other than going to the press, raising this on social media. I frankly haven't seen a lot of evidence that lawmakers are even aware of this issue.
Well,
So
yeah.
coverage of this in the press, stuff like this in the GAO report is what those service members need to sort of get the ball rolling on that issue.
Absolutely. Hopefully we can spark some change here. Steve Benyon, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.